At the end of the day, it's all about freedom.
But all of these groups of people, okay, they're really big on calling out Muslim culture and kind of like, hey, the problem with this PC world is that we can't just say there's radical Islam. They're crazy people. It's inherent in their religion. So this is like their big thing, is calling out this group of people. But at the same time, all of these groups, okay, all of these groups of people, Donald Trump, the alt-right, Sam Harris, David Rubin, they all acknowledge that the war in Iraq was a disaster, that we never should have fought the war in Iraq, Trump will go as far as to say the Bushes lied us into Iraq. A lot of the alt-right people are very aware of the fact that defense companies made a ton of money off this stuff, that Halliburton got rich, and particularly those people on the left, they're all aware of this stuff. They're aware that there were no weapons of mass destruction. Now, it will range in terms of people who think it was just a mistake, we had faulty intelligence, to people who realize it was a deception, it was complete bullshit, and we actually started a war, for profit of choice. Okay,
Definitely.
There's a distinction there. But even if you just say it was, here's the bigger point that I'm trying to get at. It's really crazy to me that you can acknowledge the war in Iraq was a mistake and still put more emphasis on how crazy these Muslims are than the fact that, we probably created a lot of this craziness. Like, what exactly is the reaction of a Muslim country supposed to be when we go in there and murder 200,000 people, invade a country, and destroy, maybe, I think the numbers I've seen, 15 to 20 million people were displaced. Just destroy tens of millions of lives, slaughter hundreds of thousands of people, destroy a country. What exactly is the reaction supposed to be? Now, by the way, I'm not equating the two of us. I'm not saying that people in a third world country act exactly as rationally and ethically as people in a first world country. You can try to caricature what I'm saying here, but that's not my argument, okay? I get that there's third world countries where people are more barbaric and primitive, but when you realize that we just started a war of choice that destroyed a country, and then there are the ISIS, okay, who are, I guess, men in their early 20s right now. So you're talking about people who grew up in that war, the toughest, most war-hardened killers. And yes, they're killers at this point. They're barbarians. But how do you look at that with such contempt for radical Islam and not go, oh yeah, the U.S. military did that? Like, I don't know, just take it on like a personal level. Like, if I murdered your child, can I just come into your house and murder your child in front of you and then turn to you and judge your reaction? Yeah. And if your reaction is at all barbaric or violent, go, oh, look at this, look at the culture. It's so primitive, it's so barbaric, look at these guys. Oh, that's their savage religion. I don't know, man.